Like, if she's complicit in Rhaenyra's murder, she'll have to admit that she's the terrible person everyone already knows she is. She can just pretend to be blissfully ignorant.
It's like, hey, I'll cut a bitch, but I won't kill her.
Right, come on. Hey, Internet. It's Paul. It's Matt. The Dork Lords. We're here talking about House of the Dragon. Season 1, Episode 9. The Green Council. We open with the discovery of the king's death. Alicent tells Otto what he wants to hear. My husband said he wanted my son on the throne right before he died. It's a completely self-serving statement and no one was there to witness it.
It's like, I will not contradict it. Like, yep, that sounds good to me.
Yep, exactly. Let's go with it. Yep, great. The Green Council meets, decides to keep Viserys' death a secret until they can put Alicent's son Aegon on the throne. We end with mission basically accomplished. Aegon is crowned king. The crowd cheers. But Rhaenys frees her dragon from the dragon pit, breaks through the floor of the coronation site, hence Helena's beast beneath the boards prophecy. Rhaenys shows restraint in not killing everyone. Could have ended the show right there, basically.
Yeah, really.
Civil War finished. But instead, she flies off to warn Rhaenyra. Paul!
Yes?
What'd you think of episode 9?
Another good episode as far as I'm concerned. It's funny, I've heard more and more people who are not happy with, or at least as happy. They're apparently enjoying Rings of Power more, which I wouldn't have thunk. But I enjoyed it. You know, there was machinations involved. I wasn't particularly disturbed by Larys, his perversions.
Right.
You know, it's like, sure, you know, you go fly your freak flag, buddy.
I mean, as you know, bizarre fetishes go on this show.
Yeah. No.
It's a foot fetish.
Yeah,
all right.
no, yeah. Nobody died.
Well, I mean, they burned a house down, but not because of the feet.
Not for the feet. No, the feet weren't
yeah.
involved with that. It's not like she had to put anybody's ashes on there or anything.
If I were to say a slight criticism of this episode, I felt like some of it felt rushed. Like they wanted to throw out some plot points for later. You know, we got these Kingsguard twins, Eric and Eric. I'm like, really? Okay, well, fine. But now they're on opposite sides, I think, of the conflict. We got this, like, Aegon's bastards are competing in an underground fight club. That's obviously a plot point for later. Okay. The Spy Master's house gets torched by foot fetish guy. It was like, okay, you know, it all just felt a little extraneous to the central plot, which was like, keep the king's death a secret. Let's get the unwilling Aegon on the throne before Rhaenyra finds out. And that plot was very engaging. I just thought there was some, like, I don't know, it felt a little diffused at times, maybe.
I mean, I don't know. I would probably fight on a few of those, like the twins there. You know, that makes their characters more interesting, and that's a part of it. That maybe if they were working together, then maybe, you know, Kristen wouldn't have been able to, you know, do so well.
I was confused at different points. I was like, which
one is
side
it?
Is that one on? And who is he? Okay, wait. There's one of them is walking away, but one of them's fighting. Wait, which one? Oh, sure. Okay. Anyway, so the
you needed to know which one was which one?
Yeah, I needed to have a little name tag. Hello, my name is Eric with an A.
I'm the one that different. Mother loved more.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so I didn't have a problem with that, but you know, I hear you.
And problem is probably a strong word. I was just like, I felt like it got a little messy there in the middle. But
I definitely think they didn't need to have the fire in that episode.
Right. But it just felt like, what? Where did that come from? Okay, got it.
She did, like, you know, it was very well handled, her saying, and I assume that's under your, you know, capabilities?
Right.
I don't have to tell you that I want somebody's eye. It's just that kind of thing.
I will say this, like, I get it. He, you know, obviously what they've set him up as, like, he is uniquely talented as a spy master, I guess. Because it's like, otherwise he's playing, like, a really stupid game in a way, right? Like, okay, queen, I demand that I am able to masturbate to your feet. And only then will I help you in what you need. Like, it feels like there could come a time when the queen's like, you know what, I'm kind of done with this, so kill him. I don't, you know what I mean? Like it seems like he's alive at the pleasure of the queen. Like she could be annoyed with him on a day and be like, okay, no, we're not doing this. I'll find another guy who could be a spy master. Thanks, appreciate it. You know. So anyway, I would just.
You don't have to show him your feet.
Right.
Like, whoa, what's going on here? Oh, why is she putting up with this? Seems like a small price to pay for me.
Well, it's just like...
I mean, I would have killed him well after he killed his own father and brother. Yep. I would have had him killed way back then. I wouldn't wait until after he's asked to see my feet.
But, after spending essentially 8 episodes trying to make Team Green as unlikable as possible, I feel like this episode did its damnedest to try to pull a U-turn. Right? We found out, like, for instance, Aemond, he's not chaotic evil. He's like lawful evil. Even though finding a subtle way to kill his brother would give him the crown, which I think he firmly believes he deserves. He does as his mother asks, and he brings the wayward Aegon safely back to his.
Somebody might need to show him a family tree and show him exactly who would be the next in line. He'd have to kill quite a bit of people.
Aegon comes off as a somewhat sympathetic prodigal son. Like he just wants to live out this. Well, I mean, he's he wants to live this consequence-free life of privilege.
Yes.
That he's accustomed to. But then overnight, it's like, no, we're forcing you to be king now, and And so he does come off as like he's terrified of this prospect.
Yes.
Until the crowd cheers, and I'm thinking, as we saw with young Aemond.
Yes.
He was fairly sympathetic until he acquired Vhagar. And so it's like once you give one of these sons confidence and a little bit of power, they revert to the default dick mode, basically. So that's where I think that trajectory is going. Like, I have power? Oh, all right. And I still don't have any consequence? Nice. I can do terrible things. Yay. Send my sons to the fighting pits. And then, obviously, despite the show's best efforts, I still don't buy Alicent's episode-long pearl clutching, right? She kind of did this like, what? Like the whole episode. It was like, what? You mean when I put on the green dress, signifying I go to war to protect my son's birthright, that people might die? You mean when my assassin killed the hand of the king and his son, reinstating my dad as the hand of the king, he might make plans? You mean if I claim my son as king, the rightful heir, Rhaenyra, might be in danger? What? Like, come on.
I'm letting you have your bit, even though you know that, you are far more... It's like that's actually part of what's going on with her. Is that one, she thinks it's all under her control. And even though her father was trying to hip her to it and she thought, oh good, he cares about me. No, he cares about himself. He cares about the power that he can amass. So, big surprise, they were planning all that stuff and they didn't think that they needed to tell you. So, if they were like, oh, we're having this meeting about this, you don't have to come, she might have been like, whoa, hold off. Wait. But no, they didn't even tell her. So, yeah, she's surprised.
I mean, I'll just say, if she's surprised, she's kind of an idiot, if that's the case. I don't think she is. I think she's bright. But, man, that is naive to the max.
Again, though, I think she thinks her father cares about her, and he doesn't. He's willing to act without her. So, and consider this too, she just does not suspect her father until now, and that's why she starts to say, wait a minute, you used me, and that's late to understanding that, but really though, it's like she doesn't have a lot of options, and, that's the last person she would want to think is...
Hence you get that plot line of, we got the Kingsguards going to secretly grab Aegon to give to Otto, and then she sends Kristen and Aemond out to secretly grab Aegon and bring him to her.
Right, and so that's an example of her intelligence, saying, you know what, okay, I can't trust Otto, her father, to handle this, because he's shown his hand. They're ready to kill Rhaenyra, and she doesn't, and it's, that's one of the interesting things here of many things that could have been different. Like if she said, well, that is going to get me what I need, so go ahead and kill her.
Yeah, no, I will give her credit that seems to be her moral line in the sand, is ordering Rhaenyra's death. I think like if she feels like if she's complicit in Rhaenyra's murder, she'll have to admit that she's the terrible person everyone already knows she is. She can just pretend to be blissfully ignorant. It's
like, hey, I'll cut a bitch, but I won't kill her.
Right, come on. I mean, I like that Aegon called her out, right? He's like, yeah, the king had years to name me his heir, and he didn't, because he knew I'd be a terrible king.
Well, he didn't say that. He said but that's he had no respect for me and he didn't love me.
Right.
It's like she and what? So she had that same kind of moment, at least. Well, it was sort of like it's hard to argue with this old man before he dies that I knew him. He would never have done that. Yeah. He clearly wanted what had happened. He didn't want this.
Lord Beesbury.
Yeah.
He hardly knew you.
Yeah.
I mean, he was basically this episode's Vaymond.
Yeah.
He calls out the Green Council's actions. Saying, "Oh, you're treasonous."
Yeah.
During a secret Green Council meeting. You're like, dude, wait till you're out of the room.
I'm fine. Damon's not behind me. So
right. But there does happen to be reckless Kingsguard behind you. That's fine.
Yeah.
He's basically, please kill me now. Good on you, Lord Beesbury. Yeah. I just feel like, nobody actually believes Alicent's story. And I even think maybe even Alicent in her 3 sizes too small heart doesn't really believe it. I mean, she knows how many Aegons there are, including Rhaenyra's son. She knew Viserys was delusional in his death throes. I think she just wants it to be true so much because she feels like she earned it. She's like, look, I did all this stuff. Why is it not me? This should be me.
Yes.
Oh, God, there's a clue that it's me. It's me. That's fine. I think if you really pushed her on it, like, she'd be like, yeah, I don't, that's pretty weak evidence. If the situation was reversed, if she was in Rhaenyra's place and Rhaenyra said, wow, what a coincidence. Right before my dad died, he disinherited you, gave me the keys of the kingdom. No one else was there. He's dead. Can't ask him, but anyway, wow, tough break. You're like, no.
Yeah. I mean, it's what Otto could have said, hey, we were thinking of some really thin-ass excuse to have this happen.
Yes.
And yours is as thin as ours.
It's true.
Come off your high horse.
Oh man, it's just wow, yeah, it's pretty terrible. In fact, it's so flimsy.
Yeah.
Like that and I get it, in some weird way it's true, but it sounds so self-servingly flimsy that you would think they would just go ahead and add something to it. Like, as it turns out, Otto was there too. Or everybody had gathered, and he said it publicly, and we got all kinds of witnesses, and here's a bunch of... But they're like, no, he just died, and she was the only one there, and it just so happened that he said the one thing that gives her all the power in the situation. Weird. Let's do it. Like, come on.
Well,
no
really,
one is going to buy it. If
they had included her in the plans, maybe she could have worked on, they could have had, where's the royal acting coach? To come up with a better plan than what we have here.
Yeah.
Because I think one of the things they could, I feel as if Alicent was a lot of times sort of like, well, we're not going to do that, So it's like if they had started to lie to support it, I think she might have started to have a problem with it.
With Rhaenys's escape, obviously now you're going to set up. Rhaenyra's faction is going to be forewarned.
Yes, the Black Council.
Based on the trailer, I think what's going to happen is they're going to show. I think this is like Aemond ends up killing Lucerys. So I think that's what's probably coming in the finale. Maybe that's like the big, blood has been drawn, more blood has been drawn. That's, I would guess that's maybe like near the end or whatever. I don't know if there's even another shoe to drop after that. But that
why do you think that's necessary?
Well, we see Aemon, I think, on his dragon. It looks like there's maybe some combat. It's maybe imminent, and I know that is a plot point that's out there, so that might be where they're headed. Anyway.
Okay.
It is intriguing stuff. It is, as you mentioned, like early on, you were like just watching people make bad choices.
Yeah.
You're like, oh man, you just feel so. Even the people that I don't like, I feel sorry for. So we will be back talking about the season finale, House of the Dragon, and also trying to play catch up a little bit with Andor. So we've got we've got some kind of monster review of like 7 episodes at once, but we'll get there. So thanks as always, Paul. Appreciate it, good sir.
No problem.
And we'll talk to everybody next time.
Bye.
Bye.